Larry Carlton, widely hailed as one of the most gifted and versatile guitarists of all time, has left an indelible mark on the world of music with his smooth jazz phrasing, impeccable session work, and unforgettable solos with Steely Dan, Joni Mitchell, and his own solo projects. But behind the smooth tone and effortless precision that earned him the nickname Mr. 335 lies a story far darker than many fans realize, one marked by near-fatal violence, painful recovery, career setbacks, and the emotional scars of navigating life as an artist in an often unforgiving industry. Rising to fame in the 1970s and 1980s as one of the most in-demand session musicians in Los Angeles, Carlton's guitar playing could be heard on hundreds of records, including countless hits. While his career looked golden from the outside, the pressures of constantly delivering perfection under the radar of fame were immense. He was often working around the clock, with little recognition, pushing through fatigue and burnout simply to remain relevant in a competitive, ever-changing scene. But everything changed in 1988, when Carlton became the victim of a random act of violence that nearly ended both his career and his life. He was shot in the throat outside his own studio by a teenage gang member during a robbery attempt. The bullet shattered his vocal cords and severely damaged the nerves in his left arm, leaving him unable to play guitar for months. For a musician whose entire identity revolved around his ability to create with his hands, the shooting was not just physically devastating, it was spiritually crushing. Carlton faced the very real possibility that he would never play guitar again. He endured a grueling recovery process filled with surgeries, therapy, and emotional anguish, haunted not just by the pain, but by the question of whether his best days were behind him. For a time, he withdrew from the public eye, wrestling with fear, self-doubt, and the trauma of being violently attacked in a space he had considered safe. Yet, as with so many unsung heroes of the music world, Carlton didn't give up. Through intense physical rehabilitation and sheer will, he slowly regained his ability to play, though the injury permanently affected his voice and altered his playing technique. Even after his return, the road wasn't easy. He had to relearn how to perform under new limitations, face a world that had largely moved on during his absence, and re-establish his place in a fickle industry that often overlooks those who suffer. In silence. Despite winning Grammys and earning respect from his peers, Carlton's post-shooting years were underscored by the knowledge that tragedy had forever altered his trajectory. He continued to tour and record, but always with the silent burden of knowing how close he came to losing everything. Behind the warmth of his tone and the precision of his solos lies a man who survived brutal trauma, rebuilt his life through unimaginable adversity, and emerged stronger, but forever changed. Larry Carlton's story isn't just one of musical excellence. It's one of survival, pain, and perseverance. The elegance of his sound hides the darkness of his journey, and the fact that he still plays today is nothing short of extraordinary.